Valorize your mental health because your mental health is everything you got to protect and prioritize in life. Nobody will do it for you except you. Do you know that despite all Clara's goodness to Jonathan, despite all Clara's goodness to her daughter, the care, the love, the affection, the emotions, do you know that Jonathan doesn't care about Clara, that Jonathan cares about the food that Clara was cooking and giving him to eat and the bills Clara was taking care of? And the daughter on her own part to have just moved on just like that. The reason they say love yourself before any other thing. Now, what got happened in today's episode? Jennifer got so angry in the kitchen and did what? Slap this girl called Benny, because Benny looked her in the face and told her that her mother is worthless, Clara is useless, and Clara is not fit to be called a mother. A woman that have nurtured you, shown you love, pamper you, cared for you, sacrificed her all for you. You dare look another person in the face and say she is worthless and useless? Jennifer lost her cool and slapped this child. Not just once, oh, twice, thrice. And Jonathan stepped in and stopped her and warned her blatantly never in her miserable life raise her filthy finger on his daughter again in their house. That in fact her days are numbered. She needs to pack her luggages and leave. Instead to tell Clara's mother that her days are numbered, it is Jennifer that you are saying her days are numbered because she's not supporting evil. She's not standing with you. Then after all that, Jonathan still turned again and was asking Jennifer for food to eat. Jennifer told Jonathan that, Jonathan, you took your hands and destroy your marriage with it. I will help you destroy it the more. And told Benny that a child who can call the mother like that, useless and worthless, that child shows that she is not properly raised up. She's badly raised up and done by Jonathan. After all, it's Jonathan's blood, it's not Clara's blood. So she is bound to behave like that. Reason they say, at times as a woman or a man, you need to be selfish at times. You need to think about yourself and before any other person. Now, she told them that she's not giving them any food. If they like, they don't go and look for money and come and cook their own food. She's not giving them any food, that the three of them would die of starvation. After all, it's the three of them that chased Clara out of that house. Bravo to Jennifer. I really, really love Jennifer's spirit. She is a no-nonsense lady. Now, coming to Hans. Hans was in the office with the investigator. The investigator had to tell Hans that after carrying out his private investigations, what he discovered is that the three of them received phone messages. Clara, Jonathan, and Hans. And where the event took place or the crime took place, that was where the messages were sent. And to talk right now, the numbers are registered with different people's numbers. So even the people having the numbers are not even aware that their numbers were used in a crime scene. We should be very careful the way we go about registering as numbers. Because if you register a SIM card with your name and throw it anyhow, another person will pick it and use it. And justice will fall on you. And you will go to jail for no just cause. So be careful the way you carry out with your identification, okay? Your identity card is very, very private to you. Now, he told Hans that even the CCTV footage was blocked. So it shows that it was a well manipulated and planned act. That the person that did this is a serious crime person. A person that is very good in doing evil. Because the person makes sure that traces are not left. But I assure you, we are going to get to the root of this matter. And Hans was like, are you sure it's not Jonathan that masterminded everything and is claiming innocent just to tarnish my image, tarnish my company? The investigator said, no, I'm not sure it's Jonathan. Because Jonathan too also received a text message and Jonathan too was at work. Have you forgotten? This person that did this thing shows that the person was in the house with Benny. Because the person used Benny's phone to send a message to you. So if it is not that somebody used Benny's phone, then it is Benny that sent you a message. That is the two options here. But meanwhile, We will get to the bottom line of this. And Hans said, go and sue that hotel for using their hotel to sabotage me and switching off their cameras. They have to answer for it. I will make sure that they mess up with the wrong person. I will teach them the bitter truth and bitter lesson of their lives. Bravo, Hans. Hans is not even aware that Clara is out of her husband's house. Now, Emeka was with Jonathan. Emeka was shocked as Jonathan was telling Emeka everything that transpired before Clara leaving the house. And Emeka said, see the kind of woman you got married to, a woman that would choose her business over you, a woman that would choose her business over her daughter, and you call that a wife. That is a knife that you were having in your house. A woman that cannot even give birth to you after how many years of staying together with Clara. Clara is unable to give birth to a child with you. Can't you see that she's a firewood in your house that you were just servicing for nothing? Jonathan said, and he was wasting all his energy on top of her, and nothing has resulted out of it like a child. And this guy told Jonathan that, see, don't look for her. What I will advise you to do right now is that what? Go after those small girls that their father are very wealthy, those senators' children. In fact, those billionaires' children. Go after them. Make them feel loved. Show them love. Touch them very well on bed. Make their number 6 to go gaga. Loosen the knots in their head so that they will not reason again. So far as they remove water from their body, they will love you with every bit of them. In fact, they will lose every sense of reasoning, and they will give out all the money that their father is having to you. Can you hear Emeka out? Emeka gone are those days when you think love is what will keep a woman on spot or blindfold a woman with it. Women now are wise. You cannot pin a woman down with love making. No. If that is what you are doing, then you have failed woefully. Jonathan had told Emeka that, Emeka, the problem here is this. I would die of hunger. That lady Clara is my everything. Clara is the pillar and the foundation of that house. Clara is the provider, the financial giant of that family. Remember, she is the one working, and she's the one that have been paying our house rent, paying our bills, paying my child's school fees, clothing us and feeding us. So how do you expect me to survive? I would die of hunger, oh, if I don't go and beg this woman to come back. Emeka said, look at you, selfish man. You are thinking of your stomach. I'm telling you a strategic way here. Let me tell you something. Do you know that this woman will eventually come back to you? Because her eyes will open when no man will touch her. She will not realize that men are scarce. And to have one, you need to keep it very well. The one that will be servicing you and hitting your engine. Just here, oh, that is what this fool is telling Jonathan. Jonathan was like, hey, so you are saying the truth. So this yeye of Jonathan cannot go and work as other responsible men are doing. What a useless non-entity called Jonathan. Jonathan is an example of a gigolo husband. He is not even fit to be called a husband, a father. How are you going to take care of your home? Wait, very soon the house will expire. Clara paid for it. She was so good enough to have paid before leaving. You will see blood. Yes, dark blood, not even red one, Jonathan. And Emeka told Jonathan that, forget, this lady will rush back to you because husbands are scared, men are scarce. So, men are scarce, so husbands are scarce. So, she will rush to you in your arms because she needs you to pamper her, take care of her emotionally. Jonathan was never faced with doing that. Have you ever even seen a situation or a scenario where Jonathan even hugged this lady? Jonathan will instead molest her, abuse her, make her lose self-value, self-confidence, and on top of it again, she will be the one to be cooking for them, washing their clothes and taking good care of them, dying of depression, and Jonathan will still slap her, abuse her. Which one is better? Staying away from this kind of a person or staying with this type of person called Jonathan? Let me hear you out in the comment section below. Clara did the best thing leaving Jonathan. And Jonathan now agreed with Emeka that he will go after small rich women. And when Clara would discover that he is living the best life by swingling money out of those women, squeezing them by sleeping with them and having money, then Clara will eventually rush back into his arms. This Jonathan is a big idiot of the century. And what of the most laziest and stupid husband goes to Jonathan? Yes. Type it in the comment section below. Now, Clara was seen in her restaurant serving her customers food. And guess who showed up? Jennifer showed up. Jennifer is such a sweet soul. Whenever Clara is down, this lady always come up and uplift her spirit. This lady is just at the right time in Clara's life. Clara is going through a lot. Clara then told her that, Jennifer, I am worried. Leaving my husband behind and my daughter behind. I know my daughter will see me as a bad person. I know society will think that I left my home just to be running after other men out there that are better than my man. But not knowing that I was given a condition. I have been depressed all my life since I got married to Jonathan. Jonathan depressed me so much when Jonathan cheated on me and brought Benny. I received this child. I nurtured this child, and this child have grown up to choose Jonathan over me. I just feel like this child will see me to be bad, that I'm not a good mother. And Jennifer told Clara that, relax. Do not bother. I want to tell you something. The truth here is that this is something that they don't tell women out there or a lot of people out there. At times, it's good to be selfish. Yes, it's good to fight for yourself. To be selfish and to fight for yourself doesn't mean that you are wicked. You are doing it positively and to also help your mental health. Tell me, being here, are you not feeling as if wind or air is passing on you? But when you were in Jonathan's house, are you not choking every day? It's preferable to live and have your sanity than to stay in a place that will kill you eventually. While in Jonathan's house, you are lonely. Poverty is shrinking you off. Jonathan is manipulating you. Jonathan is abusing you psychologically and physically, verbally. Jonathan is rather pounding you like cocoyam on top of his bed. And at the end of the day, you are drained with nothing to gain. Fight for people that can fight for you. Stand with people that can stand with you. Jonathan is not even remorseful that you left. Jonathan cares about the money that you were bringing in the house and not you in person. So before you start wallowing and thinking that you have done the most wicked thing on earth, know that your self-worth matters. This child that you claim of will eventually grow up, get married, and leave you alone. This man you stood up for, you sacrificed everything for, is there building his empire, building himself, and building his identity. Tomorrow, he will eventually do what? Chase you out of the house. God forbid that such thing happen. He will tell you that, leave my house, and he will pack your luggages and throw outside as if you are a trash and nothing. Women tend to lose their self-identity in the name of marriage. To be married does not mean that you should forget yourself. To be married does not mean that you should take nonsense all in the name of keeping your family under one roof. To be the head of the family, you need to be responsible. Just as Christ is head of the church, Christ sacrificed for the church. So what are your own sacrifices that you are doing as a man, as head of the family? Be very, very careful, women, the way you sacrifice in your marital home. Is it worth it or it is not worth it? Some sacrifices are useless. That's just the truth. I'm sorry to say that. Sacrificing for a man like Jonathan is totally a waste of energy, time, and resources. Now, this lady, Jennifer, told her that when she left her home, is she not better today? But she was abused, beaten every day by her man, and people label her that she is going out to prostitute. The truth here is that if you leave your husband and you divorce your husband, it doesn't warrant you to snatch another man's husband. Rather, go after single men, find love with them, and get married again. Give yourself another chance of finding true love. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't go destroying people's home because you left your own home. That is wrong. Rather, build yourself, build your career, build your identity, have a name, and also have a beautiful love life with another single person, just like Hans, who is single and having the good morals, having the good characteristics to settle with. Now, coming to who? Jonathan. This one suited me very well. Jonathan was in the house. Benny stepped in and asked Jonathan for 50,000. Jonathan was like, where do you expect me to get 50,000 from? You know I am not working. You know it was your mother that provides in this house. There is no kobo in this house. I barely have money to even feed us, and you're asking me for 50,000 for excursion. Jonathan started shouting at the child, and the child told Jonathan that, please, Dad, don't shout on me. Remember, when Mom was here, I asked for 100,000, and Mom gave it to me without any noise. So 100,000 is bigger than 50,000. I'm even here asking for half of it, and you are making noise. And the dad was like, are you trying to compare me to your mother? She said, no, I'm just trying to let you know that you are better than my mother, that you even give me more than what my mother was giving me, because you are my father. And this guy said, what I will tell you to do is that go and ask your mother this morning. Your mother will give you. You know, she's a very soft-hearted person. And Benny said, no. Since she left us, we are not going to ask her anything. We are not going to beg anything from her. And Jonathan said, you think so? We should not ask her for money. She said, yes. Jonathan said, okay, I'm going to look for the money tomorrow and give you. And in Jonathan's heart, Jonathan was like, he's going to borrow the money from Kennedy or from his friend Emeka, because he's not having him any shishi. And this child left. Now, Jonathan started lamenting and saying, Clara is a very wicked person. So Clara, upon choosing to leave, Clara did not even keep the money that they will be feeding on. Clara did not even sort out bills and take care of some things in Benny's school. That what is this kind of height of wickedness is this? Jonathan is not serious. So are you sure Jonathan is really serious about getting married, or really serious about marriage? All this is a joke, a sham that Clara was in. And so many of you watching this video, some of you are in this same sham called marriage. If you are in a place that is not responsible enough, your mental health is not valued, your growth is not valued, then you better think twice. You are at the wrong place at the right time. Jonathan will cry blood. Now, coming to Debbie. Debbie was seen happy and rejoicing with Emeka that Clara left Jonathan. That she's just so happy, and what is left for them now to orchestrate is for Jonathan to give Clara divorce papers so that Clara can sign them, so that they'll be officially separated. And this guy, Emeka, told Debbie that, see, I'm not sure, because this my friend, Jonathan, is leaning bed on Clara. Clara is his pillar, his support. So I don't think it's that easy for them to divorce. Jonathan will not accept to divorce Clara, because Jonathan thinks that Clara needs to be taking care of him. And Debbie said, I am still in shock that Clara left her matrimonial home. Clara that is family oriented. My husband, my child, my this, my that. Packed her luggages and left. I will make sure, I will go to the depth of it, that Clara signs that divorce with Jonathan, and Jonathan signs divorce with Clara. And I will make sure that we look for a woman and give to Clara, to Jonathan, and make sure that that woman will be providing Jonathan with money, so that Jonathan will make Clara more upset, and they will sign the divorce paper, and even Jonathan will not see any reason going back to Clara again. I don't want to see these two together. What is Debbie's problem, guys, of not wanting to see Jonathan and Clara together? Clara is a very good lady who life never treated her fairly by bringing Jonathan into her life. But her leaving Jonathan is an opportunity for Jonathan to grow up and realize himself and change to be a better version of himself. Do you think Jonathan and Clara are going to end up? Let me hear your point of view. Or do you think Clara is going to get married to another person? And what do you think about Debbie's point of focus concerning Clara and Jonathan's divorce? Do you think that Debbie is the mother of Benny, or Jonathan once promised to get married to Debbie and failed? Find out in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Valorize your mental health.